Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to discuss to you how to set up your drawing in AutoCAD. This time, we're going to discuss the quick properties, and match properties in AutoCAD. So earlier, in our previous part of this topic, we have learned that each object in AutoCAD inherits the properties of the layer that it resides in. So by default, the settings of the current color, line type, and line weight is by layer, which means that the object follows the layer it resides in. So if you are going to assign a specific object, it will inherit all the properties that you have set in your layer. However, sometimes we may need to change some of the properties that we are using. Like for example, we have here circle, and we are going to create another circle. Like for example, I'm going to copy the circle right here. Then I'm going to change the color of this circle, right? So click and then change the color into another color like cyan. So these two objects here belong to the same layer, which is circle, but it doesn't inherit the color of the original set color, which is red. So there are times that we are going to do these options. So properties, how are we going to access the properties? So we are going to select the object and then right click, then we select properties, and we can see the properties of this object, and these are its properties. So next, how about the quick properties? So by default, quick properties is turned on under your status bar. You can find it here in this portion, quick properties. So whenever quick properties is turned on, so when we are going to select an object, it will automatically pop up here. This is the quick properties. But if we are going to turn it off and then click the object, it will not appear. Again, turn on the quick properties and it will automatically pop up when you are going to select specific objects. And we are going to hover your cursor over the dialog box, it will expand and you can see its properties, right? So let's try to create another example. So if we are going to add another circle right here, so we have now 3 circles. So these 3 circles belong to the same layer, but we're going to change its properties. Right click, and then we'll use the quick properties to change the color. This is a quick property. We're going to change it into blue, right? And then change the line type of this object using the properties. So just right click, select and right click, and then select properties. You can actually look for line type, and let's try the dot, right? So now, as you can see, they are on the same layer, but they have different properties: the color, the line type, and etc. All right. So now, the third one is the match properties. How are we going to use the match properties? So match properties is useful if you opened a drawing and found that the creator of the drawing did not use the BYLAYER. For example, you find a green line residing in a red layer and a dash dot circle in a layer with continuous line type. So like in this example, so we have set the circle layer into red colored lines with continuous line, but we found another object in the same layer with dotted with different colors. Then we can use the match properties. So match properties is very useful. So you can use match properties rather in order to inherit the original properties of this object. So if we are going to use match properties with these two added circles, it will inherit the original properties, which is red and continuous line type. Alright, so how are we going to do that? To access the Quick Properties, make sure you are in the Home tab panel, and then look for the clipboard panel in the Home tab. Again, look for clipboard under the Home tab. Alright, and then you can select this match properties. So let's try. Click match properties, and then select the source object. It means we are going to select the layer which has the original properties, and then we are going to apply that properties to the remaining objects which has different properties. Alright, select the original. Then the next one, it will ask you to select the destination objects. So if you are going to click this, it will copy the properties originally. Right? The next one, right. So as you can see, we have now red circle with continuous line type. And that's how match properties work. Again, properties, you need to select the object and then right click and then look for properties. Next, the quick properties can be found in your status bar. So you will need to turn on and then select the object. It will automatically pop up. And then lastly, your match properties under the Home tab in your clipboard panel. And you are going to inherit the original properties of the current layer to its other objects with different properties. And that would be all.